Okay, hello everyone. So this is a continuation of the last video where we are talking about ServiceNow AI white paper, that how ServiceNow is handling AI security and data. Okay, so if you have not seen the first paper, please first video, please watch it because I've explained a lot about AI control tower, how ServiceNow is handling data from in different locations, and how what principles they are adhering to. So by default, every eligible customer, as you can see over here, is gets like 30 days to opt out. That there should be not, so as soon as you enable now assist, you get 30 days to opt out. At that time there is no data collection is happening. After that, a nightly job is running which is collecting data, but it is not collecting everything. So it will have a lot of filters, and I will talk about the filters in a minute. So but first, yes, but suppose you decided to shut it off within 30 days, so it will take 5 days to shut this out. And you can see over here the same thing, adoption customer have like 30 days to opt out of the sharing. Okay, and it will take 5 days to opt out. So and now, so the next part is basically for those type of customers. So as I said, 5 days to opt out, and it is extracted daily by a nightly job. Now next part is for those customers who have opt-in, so they didn't opt out for some reason, maybe their data is not sensitive or whatever. Now what data gets sent. So first thing, there are three filters which are happening before anything gets sent to AI for training. So any type of request going to AI models, any type of request, what is happening is first ServiceNow removes the PII. So from the request, like suppose somebody says, what is the phone number of Kathy? And so what ServiceNow will do, ServiceNow will remove the name Kathy from the request, and it will say like name one, person one. So it will add a placeholder instead of the name, and written it somewhere. Yeah, these are different things, but basically this is what it does. So it removes the name, phone number, anything with a placeholder, send it to AI, and then AI will say something like, this is the phone number of person one. Now that person one, after you get the response, get replaced with Kathy. So AI model never knew the name of the person or the phone number itself. So phone number also they will never know. So this first filtering is happening for every type of request. Next filtering is happening for opt-in customers. So this is again data privacy filters. There is an option that suppose you are storing some kind of health related data, and you think that this filter is not there. You can add your own pattern finding, regex, and disable the remove the data from the record. Okay, and the third one is and this third one is for the filtering which is happening on the AI environment, once the data reaches the AI. So first, during the customer instance. Second, for the opt-in data sharing user, that it checks for patterns to identify and replace sensitive data elements from the logs. And the third is for the customer who opt in for data sharing for our product. This applies on the dedicated AI development environment. Okay, so all the things are happening over there in the AI environment. Now next part is so I have already talked about models in third-party system. Now we will talk about data privacy of Now Assist. Okay, and what are the agentic controls, guardrails, and how this is happening. All right. So data privacy for Now Assist is actually basically understanding that what is. Let me just come over here. Yeah. So here you will notice the first thing that I told you about is the placeholder part, that that data privacy for the Now Assist recognizes and replaces sensitive data such as age, phone number, and other personally identifiable information in real time using regex pattern defined by the customer. And placeholder text is sent with the prompt instead. When the language model response has been received back, the placeholder text is replaced with the original text, so that the user interaction with the feature is not impacted. Which I think was, I mean, I was surprised, and it was like pretty awesome. This level of security, loved it. Now, second part is guardrails and threat protection for now assist. So service now assist guardian. So now ServiceNow is calling is now assist guardian. All right, and this is there is no licensing, no additional cost. So now assist, you just need now assist and that's it. And it gets activated. And what it checks for offensive content, because within ServiceNow itself, because abuse detection, as we told earlier in the older video, that is disabled. Now we need to also test, like ServiceNow also has to test, like check all these things, right? So what they are doing, they are checking for offensive content. Next is the prompt injection. Let me just come over here. Prompt injection, offensive content, and the filtered subject. These are filter subjects. I'll talk about that, what is filter subjects. But offensive contents and prompt injection are actually pretty important, and for the security purposes and biased purposes, because means if your chatbot is spewing like toxic language, nobody wants to use it, and also somebody can sue you. And for the prompt injection, it if you are not handling prompt injection, it can reveal sensitive data or give access to something which you don't want. So this is the most important part. And now about the filter subject. Suppose there are something related to like harassment or abuse, and you don't want that to go to an AI. So the now assist guardian basically flags it, and what it can route it to a human instead of going to AI. So sometimes it becomes important that some data is not going to AI at all, and this is what is doing now assist. Now, agentic AI control. This is also very important, because the reason behind that is very simple. Uh, so, as is it's written over here, AI agent designed to autonomously handle tasks. Right, means they are going to perform some actions. Now there are two ways. One is AI agent orchestrator, and another is AI agent studio. AI agent studio um, basically enables user to create AI agents and use cases. Now here user or developers can define who can access these AI agents and what role it can inherit while performing an action. So there are two parts: access and role inheritance. Both of them are important, because not everybody should have access. Like suppose AI agent can update a critical incident. You don't want that AI agent to be accessible to everyone. So there should be access, like how ACLs are. The same same type of access control should be applied on the AI agent as well. Next part is now that AI agent can update a service now, like critical incident. So but it needs to inherit some role, and that is where this part comes into user identity, what it is running as. Now one way is dynamic user. So if you want some record, some HR case basically get updated with a summary automatically as an agent, you as soon as user enters, I mean so opens the record, that that is the dynamic user case, in which AI agent is acting as that user and just providing the like summary of the whole case. Now another is update of the high priority incident. Now that is not something that everybody will have access to. So an agent can have their own agentic role, and that way only this person, I mean so this agent can do this activity, nobody else can. Same applies to model context protocol and agentic AI. And I think I have written pretty much, yeah, it's the same thing, that agentic AI control are back, and who can access their dynamic user, AI user. And yeah, so what it filtered, what now assist guardian filters and all, data privacy, phone number, all those things. Yeah. Okay, so next part is ML and AI search. Okay, so let's go to this. Yeah. Now, first thing that I want to talk about AI and ML is why we are still talking about AI and ML. When many people ask me that, means we are in AI era and why we are talking about even ML. So machine learning models are very useful when and very is actually provides a lot of capability if you are using along with AI. Okay, so that's why we are still using machine learning models now. Talking about the machine learning models and AI search, so ServiceNow AI search is still using machine learning. All right. So as I was saying, AI search can be means access control can be enforced on AI search. And why it is very important, because you don't want anybody to search anything. Like you have knowledge bases related to risk policies, and you don't want a consumer or a customer to maybe internal risk policies, and you don't want anybody to access those policies, right? So how you can restrict it? So there are search sources and search profile, and you can make them accessible. Means So as you can see over here, AI search administrator can exert a very high degree of control with setting configured on index source, search source, and search profile, all of that. So there's an index source as well, and you can apply like restrictions on all level of them. So that will make it very secure. And it is written over here, machine learning feature and generative AI feature can be used in combination. Like, and this is a very good example actually. Now assist is used with AI search. So AI search fetches the search, and now assist provides a very elaborate example that, yeah, this is the policy, or this is the summary of the policy. So yep, this is all about the machine learning. And I was talking about the same thing. um, and one more thing which I wanted to highlight over here was, means so the inference and training environment was different were different. From the training environment, everything gets deleted once the training happens. Inference model, as long as you are using it, it stays over there. Otherwise, if you're not using it, it becomes inactive. It goes to your instance. So you have to load it again to make it work. Okay, so this is all about ServiceNow related stuff. Now we will move to MoveWorks and Vesa.